Okay, so this is just a bit of an explanation on, it's like positive and negative signs. So you know how we were doing substituting into expressions? So let's say this here is our expression. I just made it up. X squared plus 2x, just a random expression. And I'm gonna say, let's let x equal -1, let's just say. So x is -1. So let's go ahead and put that in to our expression. So we got -1 squared plus 2 times -1. And then let's simplify this. So -1 squared is 1. And then we still have to keep that plus sign there for now. 2 times -1 would be -2. So -2. So that's super weird with the plus and the negative in a row like that. Because, you know, what are you adding, subtracting? Wow, it's confusing. So in general, sometimes people just teach you kind of like a memorizing rule where if you have two signs beside each other like this, they teach you if the signs are different, if you have a plus and a negative, then that operations ends up being a minus. Whereas if the signs are the same, like a positive and a positive, or a negative and a negative, both of those cases, it ends up being a plus sign that rules. So in this case, this would just turn into 1 minus 2. Another way to think about this situation is on a number line. So if you're starting at 1, so let's just stick a red dot here. We're starting at 1. Now when we add numbers, usually we move to the right. Like if I wanted to do 1 plus 2, then I'd go over 2 and it would equal 3. But in this case, I'm adding a negative number. So I'm going 1 plus -2. So if I'm adding a negative number, to add a negative number, to add -2, I actually have to go to the left on my number line to add a negative number, because actually adding a negative number is like subtracting. So I have to go 2 spaces to the left, and I end up at -1. So 1 plus -2 is equal to -1. Or you can use this little sign rule to help you out. So anytime you have 2 signs in a row, like a plus and a minus, you know they're just going to turn into a minus operation. Yeah, so basically that's what you have to look out for when you're doing expressions, because sometimes that'll happen if you're working with negative numbers.